We have the West Indies captain, Stephanie Taylor, here with us.
Please take your questions. Thank you.
It's very disappointing, obviously, but where did the game turn for you?
I think when I actually came on to bowl, I would say my second spell where I got those 2 wickets, I think the momentum actually went in our way there where, we actually bounced back and, getting some wickets, but it's just unfortunate that we didn't get the one that we really needed.
Would like to comment on that got behind appeal in the beginning, Edwards.
I think that was a tough one. We actually thought that was a caught behind, but umpire says differently. Obviously, they're in charge of the game, so we just have to keep the game going.
Yesterday, you said that anything over 115 would be a good score on this surface. So when you made 108, did you feel that you were a bit short in the innings break?
Yeah, I think we were actually a bit short because we were actually pushing for 115, 120. But at the end of the day, we knew that, runs on the board is runs on the board. And with the bowling attack that we actually have, we could easily defend anything. It's just unfortunately, in the first 6 overs, we didn't pull it off like how we would have liked. I thought that they get away too early, too quickly. So I think that's one of the areas that we actually, fell down to.
What lessons do you take from this game for the next encounter with the Indians? I mean, obviously it will be like a knockout.
Well, I think the Indians going to have a lot of spinners, seeing what they did in the English game. I think we only could take the positive from it. It's kind of hard when you actually look back at the game and, think about it, but you could only think about the positive. And I think when we look back at the game, I think that's what we're going to try and do, take the positive out of it and try and bring it into the other game.
Have you enjoyed playing at this venue? Because everyone talks so highly of this very picturesque ground.
I think the backdrop is fantastic. I've never seen anything like it. So, yeah, I think the view is wonderful.
Mithali Raj said after the previous game that surfaces like these aren't exactly good for women's cricket. It doesn't really showcase their talent. What do you think about that? These low-scoring games.
Yeah, when you actually look at it, I could actually agree with her in some cases. I think a lot of we as women, we have our talent, but with pitches like this, we don't get to play our shots that we would like. We would have to address, and it's kind of frustrating when you're not getting those shots to see, the crowd could actually, wave and, have a good time. And I would think that you didn't get that.
Any more questions? Thank you. सर एक सेकंड सर आगे क्या एक सेकंड में चली गई थैंक्स सो मच यू ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर द नेक्स्ट गेम मैं भी
Request all of you to put your mobiles on silence. We have the man in match from England, Bromant, here with us. I would like
Have you made it a habit to win in the last over or maybe closer to it?
I mean, obviously we'd like to win before the last over, but winning does become a habit, and winning the close ones in this tournament I think will stand us in good stead going forward.
Yeah, was it difficult because of the pitch, the fact that it became slower in the second half?
I think it was always a bit of a turning wicket, and credit to West Indies, they bowled well throughout the middle. They've got 5 spinners. On a spinning wicket is going to suit them a little bit more than us maybe, but yeah, credit to them getting it to go deep and taking it to last over, but I think the wicket was pretty consistent throughout. It turned in both innings. So.
You were cruising at one stage, 59 for no loss. So where did it go wrong?
I mean, obviously having 2 set batters in and both of us going within probably the space of 1 over probably wasn't ideal. It's quite tough for batters coming in on wickets like that against good spinners like West Indies have. So maybe that was partly like myself and Lottie's fault up front, but I don't think it's too much of an issue. I mean, the girls are hitting them really well outside of the game, so we're not too worried about that.
Your form's picked up a lot since Robinson's come in. Is there anything in particular that he's done with yourself for that to happen?
I think I've kind of been working on a lot of things over the last couple of years, and it's all kind of come to fruition at the same time, and Robert coming in with his sort of positive attitude, and he's just kind of let me go out there with freedom and shown a bit of belief in me, putting me up at the top of the order, and it's come off quite well at the moment, and I'm really enjoying the role, so hopefully it will continue.
Just how good does it feel to get not only the man of the match, but your best score in T20 internationals?
Yeah, it feels great, and to contribute to a win is excellent. I can't say I was feeling it at the end of the game in that last over, but yeah, to come out with a win and MOM is a great feeling, particularly doing it for your country.
What is it that you guys need to do, or at least higher up the order, to mean that it doesn't get to another nail-biting finish like that again?
I think Nat Siva showed a lot of a calm head there. Like, if we've got one of the top order batting the whole way through, I think we should win most games, particularly chasing. So maybe myself or Lot should go through a little bit longer, take it a bit deeper. But yeah, I think at the moment we're in a good place, and all right, we've had a couple of tight ones, but we haven't played our best cricket yet, but we will do soon.
Do you feel the middle order gets complacent because of the good starts?
No, I don't think so. I think credit to West Indies, they've bowled well in the middle order on a spinning wicket with good consistent spinners, and put our middle order under pressure. Like I said earlier, I think it's quite difficult to come in on a wicket like that, so potentially if you do get in, you've got to take responsibility and be not out at the end.
One last question from you. Would you appeal to the ICC or BCCI, the organizers, to have better pitches for women's cricket? Because these kind of pitches sort of tend to slow down the game, and it becomes tough.
I think in terms of sort of a spectator point of view, they might want to see slightly flatter wickets so that there's more high-scoring games. But I think everyone watching here today enjoyed that at the end, and they enjoyed the end of the India game the other day as well. I don't think high-scoring games are always the most thrilling. I think sometimes low-scoring games can be very exciting. I mean, my heart was going at the end. I don't know about you. But yeah, I mean, in terms of progressing women's cricket, it might be slightly better, but I wouldn't necessarily go to the BCCI or the ICC and complain, because I think we're playing some great cricket, and there's been some excellent games so far in this World Cup.
Any more questions?
What are the areas of improvement that you would like to improve? Like, you won both the matches, but both the matches were like you had to struggle quite a lot, and you had to go till the last over. So where as a team you need to improve in your game?
Well, I think in both games our bowling unit's been excellent, so I'm pretty happy with that. And fielding today was a lot better than the game before. I think we took most of our chances today. So it's potentially just getting a batter to go through to the end so that everyone else can bat around them. And just kind of, if someone gets to 30, making sure they get to 50 to 60 and seeing the game home.
Thank you.
coach's name, so I just need to go
Can,
grab some coffee.
can the kids have a picture?
Oh, yeah, sure. May, I'll see you.